is, it's not my favorite.
I'd call this a pretty big draft win for Humble Life. Not necessarily because I think that the KT comp is weak. It's incredible team fighting, really good scaling. The Viego combined with either Sion or Veigar can still give you some early game agency.
Let's do it. Top under the rift here for game number 1.
One-tap targets because they don't want to build a Mark. Now, I do think that Mercs are still pretty decent here for KT if they do want to go in that direction. Same for Hanwha, honestly, like looking at the amount of CC that's available. Create some playmaking down the line. Cuz does get the double.
Oh, that's a flash in, as Lahen's going to have to flash as well. So a trade of flashes here of our 2 supports, as Lahen's now looking to just go home as the wave is pushing towards him.
And that's a big win for Humble Life. Life, particularly when he's combined with Xayah, doesn't really is very far ahead when it comes to the counter jungling. It's plays like this, and you know, with the Lahen's roam, why not?
Yeah, Cuz taking the wrong end of that trade, but BDD's going to be roaming over. There's the flash in from Zeka as Cuz. Oh, the cage is beautiful, and Cuz is going to lock down first blood. KT, beautiful coordination.
No, all in potential at all.
Like, just get over here.
이거야.
And he's alright.
Kane is going to receive some help. Cuz is on his way now in the enemy, or in his own jungle, right? It feels like the enemy jungle.
Alright, BDD is just going to flash after Zeka here. The last hit, and he's going to do it. Unseals the spellbook, picks up some fire, and grabs a solo kill. As here on the bottom side, massive knock-up is fantastic as Cuz can have to get out of there. And Keen as well, going to come on over and look for Clid. The flash out from Cuz gets him safe. And another Event Horizon is unavoidable. Clid going to go down as well. BDD grabbing a kill against his opposite number from times past as King in. Not a lot of mana left, and I have a feeling he's just going to go down. Can he deny the kill is the question, as the answer's no. Just stands under the turret, and it's a solo for BDD once again, in theory, although a lot of that work was done prior.
Getting a solo kill on LeBlanc, because if that doesn't happen, I don't think that the topside 2v2 works out the way it does.
No, this is absolutely absurd.
He just walked into it at the end. Before time out, he saunters over.
Yeah, and there was no way, even if Zeka had teleport, he was dead. As speaking of dead, who's aiming? There we go.
Well, on non-melee characters continues, right? Because you can't afford to get solo killed in this matchup as aiming.
Oh dear, this is the replay or no? This is live, and Clid is going to lock down yet another kill. On to aiming. Humble Life Esports. Yeah, I mean, KT, fantastic early game, but this could be a problem. It is still 2 assists, though, for Viper, which isn't the greatest.
True, but he will be going up an immense amount of farm, and that first kill, Humble Life, yeah, if Zeka's fed, that's nice.
Ooh, and Life picks up his 3,000th assist. Nice. It was on 299 at the beginning of this series.
He got the kill, so he didn't get it yet. Oh, we'll get it now. As we go back to the first play, which just very well done. Like, the CC chain here is great.
Oh, and he tries to flash and then slide over the wall, but gets interrupted. Here in this mid lane,
he was looking for that cage.
He was.
Cool. They don't know about Life.
Yeah, Viper going to be rotating over here as well. Has Featherstorm, as that is a fantastic engage for the Event Horizon. Making things difficult still. BDD is just going to get swept up. Blade Call is fantastic. There's the kill. Coming through for the Xayah as Zeka unable to find anything here as he hops over the wall. But still, damage has been done. Hanwha should be able to even out these dragons and completely even out this game.
Topside be damned if you get a shutdown like that on Viper.
And Viper now going to get another plate as, oh dear, Lahans could be in trouble. Aiming, going to ult, as they just use the grand entrance to disengage, not wanting to fight into a Zeri that's pressed her R button. They just disengage. Just swag walk. That's how you do it, as Gragas and Heimerdinger. As this Drake being started, Hanwha doing a lot of damage to it as Life on the flank, quickness in hand. Slahens is going to check him. Does manage to find him out as the Event Horizon not going to do too much here as Cease and Desist comes forward. Cuz just going to look for Clid as he slinks into the mist. Now Life trying to find his opportunity. Grand entrance onto Cuz, but Cuz is going to survive. Stopwatch going to be broken, and it's a crazy fight here for Hanwha as King is put into the cage and the clone is going to be executed. It's a disaster of a team fight. No one's dead, but now KT have control of the pit for some reason.
Everyone's okay.
Are they?
Fine.
I'm not. Teleport going to be used here as now Zeka is coming back into the fight. It is not over yet. He dives on in. Cleared towards the back of this fight as well as Life has to get out of there, and Cuz will lock down the Dragon. Still no one's dead. Does know that Viego is in the area. So 20 seconds until our next experiment is going to happen. Oh, the Event Horizon's fantastic. Boom goes the LeBlanc. And the fight might be over before it's even started as Keen finds a knockup, but it's onto Kingen, so it doesn't matter too much. And now Life looking for a re-engage opportunity. Cuz saying no, because the Event Horizon is going to do the same thing. So now, without their mid laner, Life Esports probably going to have to give up Soul Point. Cuz is going to move over.
Oh, aiming isn't here.
Spots the situation, and now Cease and Desist going to come through. It is mitigated by the Heartseekers. Okay, BDD now going to get turned on as Zeka's looking for his revenge. KT trying to get over there as aiming skates on in. Interrupt is fantastic there as Kingen trying to get them out as now Life going to flash. Another Event Horizon that does go down. And KT, they hold on to control, and man, 23 seconds and they don't have any control of this Drake, as now Kingen just going to stand inside the cage, throws a cask as well as, oh man, that Blade Caller did a lot of damage to Keen, but he is still going to be able to walk it out. Cuz in a bit of trouble, and Viper feeling himself in this moment. Life Esports will be able to just push KT away. They're going to have to use some teleports to try and get back here, but Keen doesn't have his available, and there's the Cease and Desist going to be used on a BDD who has to flash. The train going to come out of the station, and Keen going to have to back away. It looks like this Drake is going to go to Life.
Eventually.
Yeah, we absolutely saw that. Because now Cuz diving forward. Don't know whether that's exactly the option he was looking for, as aiming. Now looking for his opportunity. Cuz makes it out somehow as that Blade Caller is massive. Kingen looks for the opportunity. The knockup does come through as Zeka. He can't find the Zeri. And another Event Horizon is going to be used. Another flank being looked at here by Life. And could someone just do something that makes someone die at some point in this fight?
Everyone lives. Atlas. No one is damaged.
Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind.
Wait, Clit, is he okay?
Well, BDD is going to put down... That's the smallest vault breaker I've ever seen. It's for very, very small vaults. As now Cuz can just waltz on in.
Where's Life?
Yeah. Viper is doing a lot of damage though, man. Like, they're going to have to try and get in there, and they're not going to be able to. That is going to be Baron secured here by Life, and Life is going to dash into the back line. Gets a great double knockup, is now aiming. He's untouched. This is still dangerous. And there goes Zeka. He's the first man down. Keen just tanking everything forever as Viper is going to flash in. Oh my god, this man is a monster. And Life, they are keeping it together, at least for the minute. Is kind of how that one goes. But there's one inner shield bow. Now, is Viper going to get knocked up? Okay, this is a little bit dangerous, but does have the cleanse. Has to use it. And now Keen loses 50% of his health bar for the trouble. Knockup comes through though, and Life is just going to get smacked down. Keen looking for his opportunity. Featherstorm now on cooldown. Viper's still doing so much damage, but Keen's just going to run after him. He's going to have to get out of this fight as now Kingen needs to help Viper. And Clit is going to be taken down. Aiming's now dashing forward, looking for the opportunity, but he gets slowed down by the barrels of the Gragas. 2 dead. Ability to do so right now.
All you need to make sure is that you don't lose the fight. Viper doesn't have Featherstorm. There is no smite, so this should be a surefire pickup here.
Yeah. Zeka looking for it onto Lehans, who has to flash to get out of... Oh, okay, Primordial Burst. There goes the LeBlanc. And that's what you do. Keen now trying to get into position to start his engine.
A lot of vision for KT on the bot side of the river.
Oh,
around the pit.
Yeah, inside the mist right now, but it does go down. Redemption going to be used here as Zeka gets on in. Viper finding an opportunity as well, as now it's Hanwha's turn to do all the damage. The GA is now going to be popped, as can Cuz get out is the question, as in goes Life, finds his opportunity. Keen still alive somehow, as aiming takes down Life. They secure the Drake, though Hanwha has the soul. But are they going to be able to stand up in this fight? Blade Call is massive. Aiming dives in. Kingen, he finds the body slam of Viper. He's going to go gold and he's going to go down. And Life Esports are routed. They get the Mountain Soul, but I think they trade it for a Nexus.
No opportunity here. Zeka's still alive, but the cooldowns, or the timers rather, are so high. And aiming finds Viper in the one fight where it matters most.
He did 12,000 damage in that one team fight. Oh man, KT, they're going to take the first inhibitor of the game, and I have a feeling they're going to take the first Nexus as well, as Zeka He is the last man standing. 3 seconds on life as well. But there is just too much here for Life Esports to deal with. Zeka going to take a lot of damage. BDD goes golden. And Life, I don't think he's going to be able to stop this onslaught. So KT in a grueling game 1. They will get another ace as they take down the Nexus. Well, I'm a little bit frightened because remember, Blue side has been a little bit stronger. And I think if Life Esports were a little bit stronger, then they'd win. And so I think maybe, just maybe.
I really like the direction here from KT. I think that we are... Oh, that would also fit the bill.
Okay.
Okay, so what this is really good against is making sure that Draven doesn't get a cash in. But
True.
Zillion is also one of the squishiest characters in the game.
Yeah.
So Ari and Draven?
It's a double-edged sword, isn't it? It's like you can deny the cash-in, but you can also provide
It can
the cash-in.
be the cash-in.
Okay, Rise is locked in. Where's stuff going?
So that's right.
That's top Rise.
for
Keen? All right, well, this is definitely a different one. Let's hop onto the Rift for game 2.
Very theatrical.
Indeed. I like it. Thematic. Feels good. As in the bottom lane, we do have Viper and Life actually getting to the lane a little bit earlier on. Life taking the exhaust this time.
Like, which in this lane makes a lot of sense, but aiming actually having gone for the Cull here. So not trying to go super early with the aggression. And I do think, looking at what KT have available here, you're not really expecting them to...
What do you think?
Yep. Yeah, that tracks. I'd believe it.
Cool.
As all.
Okay, softball going to be chasing Cuz here. Football, sorry. As Clid just going to brambly smash him away.
A textbook. This is so KT.
This is so Lehens. Well, yeah, exactly. Very KT move as the Grand Entrance going to come forward. There is the charm to layer through. Zeka going to be able to dash his way out. Had the Q primed.
Win the game very quickly as
It was Keen last time. Keen got the ideal first back as well, which feels fantastic. Gets his Catalyst as well as his tier. As now Cuz in position to possibly go for something, but the Unbound Soul was used far enough away for Zeka to remain all right. However, getting to this minion wave is dangerous as he ults, but it's not going to be able to get him far enough. As BDD is going to flash around, Cuz getting on in there, finds the Q, presses his Cyclone button for fun, and that is first blood going over to the KT jungler. Another one very close to going down as Keen. Man, look at this. He's just throwing arcane stuff around in this top lane as he's going to be delivered to Gragas. That's a phenomenal combo as Keen realizes that all of the CC is gone. And he says, well, I guess I'll go home.
But crucially, there is still an underlying tension in this match because there hasn't been a cash out yet.
Oh dear. Keen could also be in a heck of a lot of trouble. Teleport's going to come in, but I have a feeling it'll be a little bit late. Never mind. Keen is going to be all right. He doesn't have Serfs completed yet, but he has a Rod of Ages. He's just got too much health for them to get through.
Yeah.
So now, Alma able to move themselves back up again. KT start off surely. A game-deciding fight around second Rift Herald. Sounds perfect for these two teams. Kingen looking to get in here.
Hey, Cuz back. They're going to let it go.
Yeah.
Lance is
standing around. Yeah.
Just to try and keep them on their toes.
Playing football. As he does have Unsealed Spellbook, but he's not going to be able to steal it away. He wanted the Gleaming Quill steal. Kind of into it. As Kane is towards his bottom side. And presses Q again. Needs to keep those axes spinning. Lehens going to take a lot of damage. Okay. Clid not going to be able to find the Bramble Smash as Lehens does heal himself back up just a little. They know exactly what's going on here as there is the Bomber. As Kingen does find a flash out of aiming. That is fantastic. Shirley going to move towards the mid lane as well now. As Life Esports coming to life here is the dash forward from Zeka. Going to go back and probably complete his Seraph's teleport. Going to come through here. So immediately they get back down and now they're going to start it off as there's the Grand Entrance. They're looking for Clid. They want to get rid of the Smite and they should be able to do so as he does get chrono shifted as aiming wants to find the kill. The flash comes out though and he will survive. But this is Infernal Soul Point. So you survive at what cost? Oh dear, BDD desperately wants to hold on to this turret. A Spirit Rush is going to be invested in order to do so. As now Cuz going to fake out a little bit of an engage opportunity. They didn't want to bite off more than they could chew. And Karma are also agreeing as the charm is going to go wide. Viper, great positioning right now. As this Drake, not as pivotal for KT, but Harmalife need to deny it. As Cuz moving on in, they're not going to look for the fight as the charm is going to miss here as well. And KT, this is like, Hamo, you have to go, you have to do something, is they're not going to be able to secure it, but can they win the fight, is the question. Big damage does come through, as it's a huge ultimate, but there's the cash-in. Zeka is going to go down, and Aiming has so much money, and an Infernal Soul, it's done. Call it in.
Yep. That's cool.
Viper's also still 60 CS up, so I want to see the gold difference between the two after the cash-in. All right, the Baron is going to be taken here by KT. Keen's going to flash the ult and then just walk away. Phase Rush pretty good there, as Nature's Grasp going to be coming through the Baron. Already taken though. Yeah, still going to look for it here, as there's the double bomb onto Lehens, and he just grand exits. He says, peace, I'm done. We got the Baron, it's fine, as now the Charm is going to connect onto Viper, and this decoy gets taken down real a lot. That is a free Baron for a flash on Keen. Well, they're still all here to try and fight for this. Is now going to flash forward from Lehens. Viper tries to get out of the way of PDD, but he still gets charmed, and now he's in the back of this pit. He has to flash. Chrono Shift, I don't think was used, and actually wasn't available. So that was even more scary than we thought, as now Zeka is once again limping away from a fight. As, oh no, Chrono Shift is very much not going to be there. As Aiming, he has full health. He's just killed Zeka. And I think that this House of Harmalife Esports cards has just completely fallen down. Viper is on the fountain now. He's going to have to just watch as these inhibitor turrets and inhibitors start to fall by the wayside.
And the tension in this match deflates like a broken balloon as KT just run them over. They don't even need Elder.
Oh no, there's the knock-up and there's the explosion. So much damage as Keen is going to pick up his second. It was almost a perfect game. There was one turret taken by Harmalife Esports and that was it. KT just smacked them in game number 2.
Safety that Aiming and Lehens were able to find, because they also know, like, as long as we don't feed Viper, nothing is going to happen in this game. And nothing happened.
Fair enough.
So, Maokai Lulu?
Yeah. Oh, so Tristana for Zeka in that mid lane. He does really like this champion, had some great performances on it in the past. I would agree. And there it is. And so Keen going to lock down the Gwen. So now things become very, very difficult for Harmalife Esports on the top side of the map as the game goes on. Of course, Cassante can still do Cassante things in the early stages, hard to immune a melee guy. So Keen's Gwen is really what's drawing my eye. Let's jump onto the Rift here for game number 3. But we have been talking about the Keen test with any real seriousness, as Aiming taking a little bit of harassment here towards this bottom side. But yeah, our eyes sort of constantly going to be moving towards that top lane.
And then Aiming went for call and kind of naturally just got ahead no matter what. This time around, we do see as it's an 8-game.
8-game, never mind.
8-game losing streak here. And the biggest difference, oh, Keen?
Okay, I think he just took a turret shot. That's not so good, as that is going to be first blood. Solo kill for Kingin. That wasn't on my bingo card. Not this game.
But even then, like, this is really, really big here. These type of moments might be enough to give some faith.
Oh.
As, yeah, that is.
Really nicely
done. Turret shots doing so much work here. And even with the E, no way out there for Keen, and
now they're able to get themselves the first Drake as well. I'm looking at my hands. There is not too much on them just yet.
Viper.
All right, yeah, gonna find the level 6. Is there for both Aiming and Lehens as well, though, but they get the cleanse as well. And now Viper just running after them. Worried about the Drake. Earth, Wind, and Fire, perhaps? Question mark. That'll be a little bit of fun, as it's going to be an ocean. And now Lehens could be in trouble. He's denied his grand exit. It is still going to be okay. Has to flash. And battle dances himself to safety still.
There is a charm, Atlas. It's a slow burn.
Oh no.
You know, it's like a thriller. You're just waiting to see what's about to happen.
Oh no, Zeka! He's going to flash. And the Cyclone's going to come through. They still want it. And Cuz is going to steal. That was the cash-in. That was the cash-in, Cuz.
in pure pain as Viper.
Okay, Viper just running after Keen here. As Needlework is going to be used defensively. Klid's going to come on forward. Life's here as well. Will you shake his hand? The answer is yes, as the Bramble Smash comes forward and they deliver Viper a kill. That's how you get it done. Do have a lot of vision behind Hanwha Life Esports, but Hanwha don't have very much themselves, so this Rakan still unseen.
Oh, Life.
Yeah, Life is the one to go down as the Weaver's Wall is going to come forward. Life, oh no! Hostile takeover comes in. I just don't know whether it's going to be enough. It takes him a long time to die. There's the bailout, but it doesn't happen. That's the cash in as Zeka dives into 5 people. Oh no! He's going to be taken out. King tries to be the hero, but he's shoved seismically into the waiting arms of a Draven. He'll say, all right, I'll take 2 this time.
And Viper's like, I just want to team fight, man. Let me fight them.
Oh, BDD is going to go down. Klid actually collects it. He just walked onto a kitty cat.
Still going forward, but you can't. There's too many people here.
Could be Purple Worm. That could be the solution. I don't know. We'll have to get it checked by the teacher. There's KT. They're going to move on in. They know exactly what's going on. Cuz is going to get into position. Are we flipping it here? Are we flipping the series? Hanwha Life as Weaver's Wall is going to come forward. Extendo Beam is actually massive as aiming takes a lot of damage. Zeka dives towards the Baron, but now they want the team fight. Cuz is going to explode, and now Viper still at full health, zoning everyone away.
There's no smites.
They're not. And Cuz, he's out of here. The seismic shove going to push Keen back in. Can they steal it? The answer is no. It's Viper that locks down the Baron of all people, and now aiming. He wants to get it done, but he flashes forward and he's not going to find it. It's just, what the heck? What happened? Keen dies to Cassante. It's a solo kill for Kingen again. And they are... Okay, Zeka just going to dive forward. It looks like KT might just give this one up. Cuz going to move on in. And Weaver's Wall is going to come down. So I tell a lie. They are going to look to try and fight for it, but it's not going to work out as now Kingen dives onto Cuz. He's going to Cyclone his way out. Buster Shot saves him, but the flash forward from Zeka is going to make it all okay. Kingen goes all out. Aiming's going to be shut down. And now Keen, I don't know whether you can immune that. He is going to dash over the wall as BDD desperately is trying to stay alive, and Viper says no. Double kill for the Cassante. And I have a feeling that Hanwha might win Game 3, Chronicler, and that is terrifying.
Doesn't matter about us, Lahens. A man on a mission.
Yeah, that's a control ward.
They won't let him.
I don't think so. I think Life will probably
Surely
just walk past him a little bit. Quickness is available. They're just going to respect it. As, all right. Keen really did not want to take any damage.
Self has already been doing an expert job as... Oh.
Well, Kingen is now in a little bit of trouble. He is Cassante.
Maybe he's just fine.
He might be. Or he might be dead. So Zeka takes that as his opportunity to go in. And I don't know whether that's going to be it. But he does almost get bailed out. Still going to be taken down. And now Cuz is the next one in trouble. And it's all just to buy space for Viper. And you know what? It works.
Well, let's not get bogged down in details. It works, okay?
It does, yeah.
It's fine. They killed the jungler.
Massive
They're going
win
in
for Hanwha Life Esports. 2 for 2.
Great play. It works out.
Good stuff.
Everything's okay. Oh, they're not done. They're not done.
Yep, teleport's
They
going to
gotta
come
peel
in.
off again.
Yeah. Aiming. Moves on in. Extendo Beam. Does a lot of work. Klid, very healthy.
You know,
I don't know.
It all makes sense to me now. Wait, let's see how this goes first.
All right, another teleport. In he goes.
Yeah, smite. They can just smite this.
Indeed. And they're not going to because Klid, he gets in there. He shows them which one's the jungler. Now he's walking around in circles celebrating for a moment. Okay, maybe that's the angle.
The double smite steal.
Yeah, Keen can dash over this wall as well. In they go. There's the quickness. There's the steal. Lance does manage to do it. Keen is immune as well. Viper's not able to do too much damage to the Gwen. And now KT, they're like, heist is done. We're going to get out, but no aiming. He has to flash. Can he stay alive? The answer is absolutely not. Viper tears him to shreds. And Zeka looking to do the same thing. It's a double kill, and I have a feeling this could be the Zeri moment for Hanwha Life Esports here in game number 3.
As Lance trying to clear this wave, trying desperately to stall time for the rest of his team. Yeah, Klid's going to kill him eventually.
Yeah, he is. But Lahens does real quick.
I actually think it's fine. Yeah, Lahens saves the... He gets the Drake,
Yeah.
And then he gets
He
the wave.
saves the soul, and he might even get away. Well, at least he's wasting a lot of time.
Yeah, he does die.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Unless?
He flashes.
Unless?
Can he get over the wall? The all-out comes in. Lahens is really dead. But wasted a lot of time. Wasted a lot of time. KT moving pretty slowly to get over here.
Oh, it's gone.
It
wait,
could
Cuz?
be. Okay, will Cuz be able to get in? The answer's no, because they had the ulti and now Kingen dives on forward. He's massive on this Kazante as well as Cuz gets into the backline. Decent CC, but Viper is so fast. He's just sprinting after KT, looking for his opportunity. Man, that damage onto Lahens was just massive. And Cuz is actually going to buy a fair bit of time. Extendo Beam going to stop that from happening. And that's what they're doing. Soul now consumed by Hanwha Life Esports. As very close. That was scarily close.
That was single-digit health, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well.
Moving up.
Yeah. Seismic Shove not going to find anyone. Now Cuz gonna have to use that Warrior Trickster. Second inhibitor going to go down as now Viper's going to take matters into his own hands. He just flashes on top of BDD Keen. He's inside the mist, but he's not safe. It's a double already for the Zeri. Cuz gets a couple. Renata picks one up, but that's going to be pretty close to the quadrant. Triple kill for Viper. Hanwha are going to ace them, and they will bring us to a game 4.
And it was a bit of a roller coaster for Hanwha. The Gwen comes to mind as well. Into Malphite can both ignore the amount of armor that he's able to generate as is coming through. Or maybe it's just Cho'Gath.
I'd love
Not
to
even
see it.
kidding. You know, into tanks.
Yeah, just
Kingen.
eat the rock.
Eat the rock. Normally don't, but here, maybe.
Or
Makes sense as well. Yeah.
turn the rock into equipment for your team. Another option here. So, big boy tank matchup on the top side of the map. Very happy Kingen. Keen on this Malphite on the big mountain. He's going to be able to make it happen. Let's jump onto the rift and see how it goes.
Veigar into Zeka. It was not close. He completely dunked on him. Got solo kills as Veigar into LeBlanc.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's just, we're not overcomplicating stuff. And I like this from Cuz.
Yeah, they're just going to camp him. And this is a great way to win, as they managed to get the cleanse out already. Does try to get some damage back, but yeah, still, Viper might just have to go home here.
Better in the straight up 5v5. And that's where some of the worries might come in if you're a KT fan.
Well, Kingen once again just farming behind the turret. Just really has a good time in these tank v tank matchups. He is going to tank a turret shot. There is no jungler in the area, and so he's able to just walk it out.
To start it up here.
Yeah, Cuz going to move on in, but Zeka gets the inside track. And does have that first mover's advantage.
I don't know
Actually
where
going to
Zeka
wrap,
is.
Yeah, all the way around. Grand entrance going to be used here as Zeka. Can he actually get in and change this one? Is aiming in a whole lot of trouble. The bomb comes forward, and he is just going to blow up. That is first blood going to the Zillion. Cuz wants to get Viper, and he will be able to do that. Both 80 carries going to be taken down. As now Cuz underneath the turret. He's the... Oh my goodness! He is going to go down as the Zeri. And it is going to be 2 for 2. And also gets level 6 for Viper. And we know that Zeris can definitely do some pretty crazy things at level 6. Especially if they get there before their opposition, as once again it is going to happen. Aiming, no Featherstorm. And now Viper is just going to be able to buzz him down. There it is. And there was just not a whole lot that Amy could do about it with no summoner spells available. Clid in position to defend. This is beautiful from Hanwha.
That meteor.
다음은
Really nicely done.
여기 있는데.
And then this. Oh, man.
Let's see if he walks out, is what he said. Thanks, G-Sun, for the translation.
And
And
he did.
as it turned out, he walked out. And they
Not
killed
even
him.
that far.
Nope.
Which obviously also heavily tilts towards Zeka.
Could be in a little bit of trouble here, as, yeah, in goes Lahens. Manages to get the quickness down, and Cuz is just going to heartbreak him.
There are reinforcements in the area.
Yeah, he is going to take a fair bit of damage, and also is relatively low already. Bella's breath comes down. He wants to find it here as Clid going to dive on top of Cuz. Get your junglers right, Atlas, as Keen is going to get himself out of there, and they'll be absolutely fine.
Kingen.
Life gonna come in, say hi to Keen.
You're not killing Keen.
No. Cousin BDD are here as well, as King is going to have to flash, and I think he may just be dead. And yes, he indeed is. Oh, does have the chrono shift, so it's going to take a bit of time. The rest of Homolife Esports trying to get in here, and he does end up falling down, but now, can they actually win the fight? Cuz going to lock down the next one as Viper free hitting, full health. BDD is just going to try and waddle his way out, and he does so! KT keep everyone alive unless Viper can find this. Oh, he flashes, he pulls out the kill on a BDD. Viper's still alive for so long, but he's going to be taken down, and now a double kill's going to come through from Cuz's version of Zeri. That's how you do it. You just take over Viper. That's how you beat him.
BDD?
Well, there's a cease and desist. I have a feeling BDD's dead. I don't want to jump to conclusions. However, he's surviving for so long. Finally, Orb of Deception comes down. There's the on as well. The Ram doing a bunch of work as now Lahan's going to get chomped. Orb of Deception, he picks it up. Zeka finds a double kill. Now Keen, he's so low, and it's Viper that's able to carry this chrono shift, giving them so much confidence in these fights, and I guess it's not over.
Gonna be TPing in. There's a lot of flank wards.
Yep, Zeka on a flank. It's cleared. Cease and desist. He's just off. He's gone. He's out of here, and he's just dead. The Ornhorn does come down, but only gets one knock up. And Homolife Esports, now they don't have a jungler. It's going to be Soul for KT. Oh, no.
Clid trying to get out of the cage, and the only option he sees is violence. But violence doesn't solve anything, Atlas.
No. Now they're going to have to go... Zeka does have smite.
No, he wouldn't.
Surely not.
He wouldn't be able to. Wait, King backed. Oh, it's all or nothing on this.
Yeah, and Zeka is going to be seen. Does still have his shield available, and here is the Soul locked down by KT. This is massive. They are now ahead in gold, but they have the Hextech Soul.
In we go. Hextech gates are available. There is vision to this.
Yep, they are just going to allow that ward to live. And I think they just think that they can burst it down. The Ram is going to come in. Over the wall they go as Cuz does lock down the smite. And KT will complete the heist. But I think that counts as a flip.
They're sitting on like...
Yeah,
that's like 3,000 gold between the two of them.
Well, Cuz is just going to stun up Clid, who's probably just dead again. He is. And KT, I thought that this was going to be the 5v5 showdown.
What happened?
Clid died.
Well, I know what happened, but what happened?
Yeah.
Okay, Zeka still has smite. No.
Oh, it was a drive-by attempt from Zeka. That was a little bit cute. Doesn't actually do anything, though. As now Homolife Esports have to deal with pretty much Exodia. Viper just going to get dove on top of. The Dragon leaps out of the sky and bears down on Homolife Esports. And KT, I have a feeling this is going to be the backbreaker. The 3-1 for KT Rolster, moving forward, moving into the lower bracket finals to face off against Gen G. It's what a lot of us predicted. Homolife Esports made us doubt for a few moments in Game 3. But I think this is about as far as they're going to go. All right, in he goes. Keen celebrating. The Dragon will come down. Cuz going to lock down the kill on his opposite number. Heartbreaker onto Zeka, and it's kind of exactly that for Homolife Esports right now. The Nexus will go down, and KT will be moving forward. We're going to have to say goodbye to Homolife Esports. Looking very strong themselves. Once again, it's the case of Viper did the most damage in the game, and then his Nexus exploded.
It's going to be the final pick for Keen. They have saved R5 for him, and it's Sion in the top side against Jace.
So it does provide a reliable front line here, but we do have both teams kind of playing with a very aggressive dive style in the mid-jungle, right? Viego and Lissandra versus Vi and Ahri, but both also struggle. The Kench takes away a lot of the power of the single target removal that KT has.
Well, there's a lot of pressure on all of these players here. Very curious as well how some of our newer players to this big stage will react to all of these fans as we are ready to jump into game number 1 of the lower bracket finals. Let's do it.
And the three of them operate so well together when they have that mid-prio, but in moments like this where they do not, the agency is gone, and without enough vision here. Cuz is uncomfortable to threaten the Jace top side, so he just gets a free lane. As he's coming mid now, oh, there's a claw. It's Lissandra. Charm's going to go wide, and what are you going to do?
Oh, goes back in. It's actually a very nice trade here for Cuz. Doesn't have to use a lot to get the stun. They did see him on the ward. As what's going on in top lane? This is already going in favor of Keen. All right, it does look like Gen.G should be able to comfortably take down this objective, although BDD is getting a pretty good trade onto Jovi, and it is still a 4v4. Top laners, no teleports in this one, and Gen.G actually going to respect it. They do back off of the Drake for now, as they are trying to keep it least here and maybe just zone away BDD and go from there.
Man's trying to threaten. They have to respect this.
Okay, Delight goes back in as Cuz is on the Drake. Still could be smited, but at least is entirely back into the pit. As both teams big time posturing around this first Chemtech Drake.
Still going.
It's not over yet. Just kind of holding the lines for now. Not really crossing it as either team.
Yeah, show me that Drake damage in team fight graph. And actually, KT are going to get this.
Yeah.
I think Delight's decision to go in there to try to scout out the Ahri and push her back actually really lost a lot of control there for Gen.G when he ended up going for the dive there.
Opportunity, so very nicely done by KT.
Oh boy, here we go. Already in the top lane. Keen is getting it started as he's taking an extended trade here against Soren. Going to be knocked back, flashes back in, and gets the smash down for first blood. Sion.
Pushing the advantage, beautifully played from Keen and Doran. Already in game one under the pressure.
All right, trying to make a play down on Bob's side. That stun will land on aiming. Is just going to use his cleanse as now Aru comes down. Level 6 on Peanut, who does have Heartbreaker.
Cuz has ult.
And Cuz is coming in, but aiming is totally zoned away. Cuz certainly going to go for this one as, okay, flash out. Cuz not able to get in with the ultimate. Now he's got BDD who gets first thrown to the bottom side. And that is going to be KT using their brio beautifully. They get down and they pick up another kill.
And, you know, he's 20 CS up, but a proactive play like this comes up big.
And as good as that bot lane play is, that at least is a set play done and very well executed. This is a straight up 1v1. Right, like Keen is able to, with zero jungle interventions, just
Kench, I mean, what are you gonna do? You just,
he's going.
He's just gonna flash the wall and pays. He shows for 1 second, has to respond flashes. Meanwhile in mid, we do have the Viego and the Lissandra together. BDD will tick down, and Toby picks up a kill.
Jace that won't be accelerated here in this mid game. As this is what happens to BDD while all of that is happening. Bottom side here, Peanut reads the play and comes over here, hides in the shroud. Sets up the stun.
I think BDD's got to respect that just a little bit more. I mean, he is Ahri, so he figures, okay, I mean, even if he's here, I can probably get away, but
honestly,
brimming over from Challenger finals we had yesterday.
As long as it's not cloudier, it's amazing, right? Mountain would have been great for both of these teams, especially for KT. BDD
in a lot of trouble. Will land the charm and has cleanse, actually, with his unsealed spellbook, so he will handle the pressure once again. Desker for today. Big fan of that item, and yeah, I mean, he's got plated steel caps, he's got a cloth armor, so against Jace and Viego, I mean, maybe eventually they can kill him, but I'm not even sure about that, as now the turnaround comes in, and I kind of foreshadowed this. Peanut in a lot of trouble. He's got to get over the wall, but now he's got an Ahri on his back, as the Everfrost doesn't need to root. The slow is enough, and they get the kill.
They really had a troublesome situation there with BDD not able to get in, and then Gen.G didn't punish.
Lahen's in a really rough spot. He's got a charm and just get out as Keen on the front line here. They can't really leave him to the wolves. He's got to ult away, as yes, he is very tanky, but the second Chovy starts getting some of those hits in.
No ults used.
Okay, here we go. Big Everfrost on the 2, but BDD has no follow-up as Chovy is trying to zone them. Pays zoning Lahen's, but the front line is huge here for KT as Keen continues to tank. The Vi ultimate comes in onto Doran, and the damage not quite there. Peanut now, alongside of Pays. They have the front line this time, and they're able to push them out. Zombie Sion not going to do enough. And that's going to be Gen.G actually winning the fight.
Looking for maybe a collapse here onto Doran.
The Xayah gank is just going to sit here on the bot side. Yeah, and he's actually just ganking Doran, who is 100-0'd and has no way to get out. I can understand kind of going Gore Drinker into Sion. You don't necessarily want to build lethality, but that means that also aiming and BDD aren't really taking too much damage, as a little bit of a bait here over the wall as everybody comes in, but a very nice Sonya's from the side of Jovi. He's just staying alive. for as long as he possibly can.
Look at Keen.
And Aiming's not able to join this fight, whereas Pace, he's getting a lot of damage in onto that front line. Peanut able to zone Aiming away, who has to cleanse. And now Toby having a front line in this fight, as the damage from the Aphelios may finally take out Keen, but no, he will survive, and Delight goes too deep. He'll be the first one to go down, as the turnaround comes in big from the side of KT. 3 kills go to KT.
He's only been in 1 playoffs, let alone being in a massive arena like this, and he wants for the kill, and he gets punished.
Well, you can't really say the same about Doran, who unfortunately is going to get caught out here. Finally does get devoured, but there's the route onto the Tom Kent, and now Delight may have to pay for it. Down he goes as KT find the pick, and now we're looking for more. They still have this Baron for 1 minute and 20, and they are absolutely going to look to take a big chunk out of this map.
It is a good look for KT fans right now, and this is potentially going to be a loss for Gen G on blue side, which can really morph this series in a bad way.
Oh boy, here we go, just straight up flash as 100-0. No, he is going to get into the frozen tomb at least, but Chovy, not in the best of spots, does go down in a trade for Cuz, but KT will take that. So he will take down the turret. And they're just trying to fight front to back here. Some low health bars, though, as Keen is just trying to survive, and nobody can get through the Scion's health bar on the side of Gen G. It's just impossible.
It's a Scion with the Jack shows. He's got Wardens now as well. He's just so unkillable.
You can get some stuff going, but I feel like, you know, as you guys were talking about some of the desperate fights that Gen G were taking in the mid game.
Aiming?
Aiming is in the middle of nowhere, and he might just die. Down he goes. A full shutdown goes over as TP now for Keen. He's trying to help his team, as, I don't know, that's just 2 free kills over to Gen G. And we got 1 minute 14 until this dragon is coming up. So
There's
Gen
bounties.
G with a nice little bonus here.
Yeah, there's so many bounties. BDD's just going to blow his teleport mid as well to try to keep this turret alive, but he's now vulnerable. What a huge throw here, unfortunately, for KT in this game. It's not enough necessarily to save Gen G here, but a huge blunder from Aiming. Doesn't flash the engage, thinks he's going to be able to get out.
Instead of just being a straight-up Hextech Drake, so Keen, by the way, he's on 3.5 items. Nobody really does damage to him, as they will eventually, but that is a double knock-up that comes in, and the counter-engage is massive from the side of KT, as they go deep in onto Pace, who does have a front line, as the follow-up Pace gonna Gale Force out for the charge, and the flash from BDD is way too much, and he can't get away from literally everything on the side of KT, who will win the fight.
Beautiful plays from BDD coming on the flank angle. He's doing so much damage this game. He doesn't even have his Void Staff yet, but he's still able to make big damage happen here with these orbs. Lehens?
Yeah, he's just stopping the back here. KT looking for the end of this game, and I believe that they do have it. We are 32 minutes in, and Lehens, even if he does go down, he has done his job.
What a game one, a statement game from KT on red side here.
Yeah, a little bit of a slight mess up there right towards the end, but a win is a win. And it was dominant for about 31 minutes out of the 32, so they got the job done.
Doran and Delight, their struggles continue,
Yeah.
right? We see Doran, even though he was able to bounce back a little bit, team fights weren't looking great, and Delight, we already talked about, not the type of performance that you need if you want to best KT.
He's got other ideas here. I thought we might just straight up see the Malphite now. If you wait, though, you can make sure that it's not Gwen, because that's the other ban they could have gone with here instead of the Renata. But that would, of course, have baited the Malphite ban. A Twisted Fate! But now there's just... Keen can play so many different picks here into this Ornn. You know, we've seen him play Jax in situations like this and control the matchup. We've seen him just pick Malphite to anything, which is the safest and easiest.
Malphite.
You've got Tom Kench for the Aphelios, but that alone isn't going to be enough. There are too many threats. You've got a Viego, you've got Gold Card, you've got Xayah Feathers. Pays is your win condition.
Yep, so whoever wins this one goes to LCK Finals, goes to MSI. Let's see what happens in game number 2.
And a lot more assassination potential into BDD. And Delight also swapping and going for heal. Previous game, he went for the Ignite, as Bone Plating procced early, as Chovy and BDD. Just trading a little bit.
W taken first here by BDD, so...
Going to be tough to deal with here for the Aphelios, but
Gold
no
card.
Ghost. Yeah, mainly.
A little knock up here as Cleanse used early, Pays And a nice engage at level 2 from Lehens. Well, but it does mean that Keen's probably not going to be getting solo kills. There's no cleanse in the bottom lane. BDD is already here. This is the freest kill of all time. Down goes FaZe, and Aiming's going to pick that one up.
That's it. So definitely the lead more important here.
Okay, gonna call an Ornhorn onto BDD, who does have flash, elects not to use it, and does after the fact, but nearly loses his life.
And you're never really losing those skirmishes.
Okay, nice little setup here. We do not have flash on Cuz. He's gonna heartbreak of the wall, but Aiming will not be as lucky. He will be left to the Wolves that are Gen.G in this case. Nice little damage there, but
very nice turn attempt there from Peanut, but it does feel a little bit late as...
Oh, here we go. Destiny Gate up to the top side, and Delight might be the food as, okay, though, FaZe is trying to frontline here, trying to do some damage there as with Peanut around. They're actually in a 3v3 as BDD takes way too much damage, and even with the Catalyst is not able to survive through that as here comes Doran. He does not quite have his Ornhorn, but looks like Cuz might be going down here, not able to get over the blast cone. And another kill will go over to Peanut, who is on a killing spree. Yeah, just gonna walk on in, BDD with the Ghost into this fight. Little bit of chip damage, but there's the wombo combo on the BDD and a massive charm into that backline from Lehens, but no follow-up damage from the side of KT. It'll be BDD to go down first, but the steal does come in from Cuz as another Hextech Soul is on the rip, but a massive flash in from Toby as KT trying to re-engage. The Featherstorm is big. 2 kills for Aiming, and all of a sudden, Cuz and Aiming are getting the reset, and they are getting the fight on this Drake as they are so incredibly low. Toby looking to try to get back in there, as it looks like KT may have gone just a little bit too far. Toby looking for the cleanup, and everybody's trapped in the pit as the charm will land. And that'll be the end of the Xayah. That will be the end of the Viego, as Gen.G fight back in that one.
And with Aiming not having his LDR available, if we get a straight up front to back team fight where Gen.G has Peanut and Dorn in the front, Chovy off to the flanks and FaZe in the back, with Delight covering him, I don't think KT is going to be able to win. It's about, can they find?
Lehens, you're on vision. I guess he had no idea, as he's just going to be free food for FaZe, who picks up his first kill of the game.
A moment ago, he was able to dash, of course, to Cuz if he gets caught like that, but he's just not paying. I mean, he's standing on vision and he gets caught before he can actually dash. Cuz isn't there to support him, so he's just kind of caught out.
Okay, here comes KT. They really want to take this fight, it looks like, as Destiny committed to Cuz nearby.
Look at Lehens.
Charm used as flash on in, but no, it's going to be the takedown here from Peanut onto this objective as Ornhorn from the pit. Not very good as Lehens in that backline, though. As the Cyclone is getting so much damage, and Peanut is going to pick up this first kill, and here comes the rest of Gen.G. Just to go straight in after that one. Double kill now for Peanut, who is 8-0 in game number 2.
We saw some of the warning signs in the Live Sandbox series at the very beginning of playoffs of KT's judgment sometimes being faulty here in these mid-game scenarios.
봐줄래? 아이고.
Oh my god, the
see,
light got it
over the wall.
Oh.
He didn't have vision, so that's why he didn't flash it, because the extended range actually hits him, but he doesn't actually have vision of the indicator.
Keen's just dead in the side lane.
Oh my god.
This snowball has turned into an avalanche in favor of Gen.G.
By the time the rest of the team got in after the kill of Lands.
And there's just no reprieve. Everybody on the side of KT is just being hunted down. Now we do have Cuz here. He does come in for the save, but only for a millisecond, as now maybe he's going to be the next guy to go down. FaZe, well, he is going to be seen by this control ward, and that is going to force KT to just back away. As he's still looking for the angles, because we know that he can. KT absolutely respecting it, but the 2-man knockup goes in. The Devour is immediately there. The damage not quite, as they do try to go all in onto the light, but they can't even take him down. The redemption keeps him alive, and that is going to be nearly a full wipe here in favor of Gen.G. They are chasing down every single member of KT, as it looks like maybe only BDD and Lehens will be able to get away, even to teleport to zone them away from this one. Gen.G absolutely gonna run away with game number 2.
Looks like we got a tied series here after the second game, and what was a great draft from Gen.G in game 1 is shut down. KT with their comfort picks, BDD's Twisted Fate aiming on Xayah, and Keen on the Malphite, and they still can't get it done.
And there you go, even a little bonus kill on the BDD, put him in 0-5 before going into the next game, just to add that little bit of extra salt. As there you go, Gen.G, they have given us a series that we now have on our hands a 1-1 score here, as there will be no 3-0 to either side.
And getting punished. In this game was exactly the opposite, and I do think that even though that first play worked out, besides that the TF was basically invisible and wasn't able to find value with any other ultimate. So it was the opposite of what we normally see. We're like, oh, first ult doesn't go well, you're in trouble. First ult was great, but after that, we're unable to find anything. BDD, one of his best picks, no surprises there, is going to have a really big impact, but oh, that's a different direction. They can afford to, they have an Elise, and let's not forget that one game, as everyone is, and this, I think, makes a ton of sense. We're still giving agency to Doran.
And then you're also just still not going to have Prio in mid. So putting the Cassante mid here allows Doran at least to be a little bit more safe. BDD is going to have Prio here against Cassante either way.
As guys, we do have a game number 3. This series is absolutely on our hands. Could go either way from here as we hop onto the Rift for game number 3.
To get things going early. Now, their top side definitely allows for that, and I think that's why the Renekton was prioritized here. As the early game, or the early bot lane rather, there's a reason why aiming and lands, as you were pointing out, Wolf. That's actually such a clear sign as well, that FaZe is like, okay, I can't mess around in this lane. Like, I need to respect the early pressure. First time he goes call was, yeah, this is why I think they picked the Renekton. It's just so that Keen can be a pressure point by himself, regardless of...
Hello. He is on vision, and he's in a lot of trouble. Has to flash here, but Chovy is right into position, ready to take this one down. He will pick up first blood in the KT jungle. As Keen trying to punish this, they do have Cuz coming over as well, but the dominance might be too much. He gets a 3-man queue, but the all-out from Chovy isn't enough to take down Keen is the question. Peanut is just actually trying to get out here. The seismic's up, only hitting 1 as the rocks are on the ground, and Gen G are going to get out.
Oh man, really risky play here from KT though. They get away down here and look to pressure them away from this turret. He puts the Herald down.
Yeah, Chovy's there as well. So aiming and lands, not really allowed to walk up here. If they do, they're gonna die.
Cuckoo. Cleanse comes out here a bit late as CP now. They have a lantern, so the flash Mantra Q isn't going to do much as Chovy comes in, tanks this up, the hook lands, that's a ton of damage, does go into the light, but immediately BDD gets blown up as well. That is a lot more damage, a great trade for Gen G down in the bottom side.
I just wanted to give you
just give me a chance
some
to say something, you know?
Yeah, and Vel's like, no.
Like, okay, maybe it's going to be Hextech Soul again. What do you guys think?
I would be down.
You got a mountain, you got an ocean.
They got to go in here. You can't let them have
that's
this first turret blood.
Yeah, that's a ton of money if they pick this up. KT trying to do a lot here, also trying to hold this Drake. And I think if you focus on one of these two objectives, you can probably get it.
Yeah, and that's a big chunk on a Peanut already half health, but this is Elise. He's really trying to force this on a BDD. Gets the Zhonya's out, but now Peanut in a lot of trouble as Keen's just going to pick up the kill onto Peanut, and that is no smite now for the side of Gen G. They're looking for a bit more. A stun on the rocks on the ground here for sure, but biggest thing is that, okay, it's a kill over to Keen, it's another Drake, and this time it's a Cloud Soul on the Rift. Even gonna stop some backs here as KT take a nice little lead, and the Talia and the Renekton! What did I say? They come together. Chovy is doing a great job of outplaying this. Nearly even able to get a nice chunk here on the Keen, but still a trade up for the side of KT.
Gonna make it harder, and this is why I was expecting something like an Ornn for Doran here, because it would solve so many of the issues that Gen G is facing right now. But if they can force KT to run into them, might still be an opportunity here.
Look at this wall lineup. BDD's got it. Hayes gonna take a big chunk on the backside. He does have Severum, so he's able to get some. There's a nice hook onto the front line. Gonna bring Keen right into the team, but he lives with the Core Drinker. A big chunk comes in from the Cassante. Another hook is gonna land, but take a look at aiming. Just going off. BDD flashing in, trying to get these hooks down. Immediate cleanse as aiming says, this will be my team fight. They're chasing him down the bottom lane. FaZe is not able to help out Peanut, as by the way, PDD just passively riding the walls on over, and aiming even is going to live at the end of it here. Flashes away, but FaZe will be taken down, and KT take a big fight in this game.
5,000 damage in a team fight at 21 minutes. 5,000 damage if you survive the initial engage.
Kill the Renekton. That's not the case, and this is Ezreal's dream fight
He's at the shooting gallery. What is this?
And PDD also notably full health here.
We got another fight, guys. Oh, looks like it will be disconnected.
And the chase here is amazing because you have the Weaver's Wall, or rather the Taliyah who can passively chase, as you mentioned. In the play-by-play, Hayes is not getting out of this, and Aiming does take a bunch of damage but gets out. And both BDD and Aiming were so far away from all of the CC going straight into this Renekton. A Renekton not that tanky, but the Gore Drinker itself is going to let you live.
You're never going to get away from that guy, especially with the Karma. Now Jovi's caught out in the side lane. He has Smite, or rather Flash. He could try to all out over the wall, but he's just knocked away from it, and he's not able to get over the wall, but there is a Lantern. And a try there. No plays this time, and Aiming! Oh no, he gets caught on the top side of the map. It's now Gen.G. They're looking to take this fight down as another hook is going to land. Jovi on a killing spree, and Gen.G with one turn may be able to come back into this game.
I mean, this is amazing. Oh, the hook!
Boy, he's just dead as well. And now it's the shooting gallery for Gen.G.
And Gen.G, they make this happen off of just one mistake. Just one mistake from Aiming. We see a follow-up chase. He goes straight into this, and Delight's like, I can grab him. And he curves over here, grabs him with the hook. The follow-up is there, and they're all in on this. And then BDD walks straight in as well to Chovy, thinking, okay, he's low. I've got this. I'll be able to take him out. No, it's a Cassante. He's going to turn on you at point-blank range and kill you. He's calling out everyone's summoners here as they chase for the kills.
And new Thresh, pretty fun. Oh. You know, you start winning a fight, you start building the snowball, face checking it, doesn't realize that they're all there as Wall is coming in as well. Keen's behind enemy lines as it comes down to a smite, but it goes the way of Peanut. He is going to deny the Cloud Soul in this game. KT now on the run. They do not want to take a subsequent fight on this one. Hayes flashing the wall as KT were already out of there. Full item choice here in this game. As here's a Cocoon and Lehens. There he is. You were just talking about it, the true damage, and immediately the support of KT is just gone. As now all out over the wall. Cuz in a little bit of a rough spot here. Keen has to go into the Dominus. And KT, they will kite back, but they're down a member. Might need to give up another Drake.
Not the case.
Here we go again with the TPs trying to take out these mid turrets. This time makes a little bit more sense. Chovy gonna open this up for his team as they are pushing mid and bot at this moment in time. And meanwhile, Doran gonna get the combo onto BDD. He's gonna go down immediately as trying to turn it onto Pays, but it's just desperation. Cuz has to flash away. Gen.G are looking to push into this base.
This is not looking great here for KT. They may just simply get pushed out of this game. They don't have hard engage. They tried to set up for a potential shove there with BDD. He's punished. The flank is shut down.
Oh, now they're getting on to Aiming as he clutches to his death. Hayes runs right in, picks up the double kill, and gets a triple kill. This game is over. Gen.G 10,000 ahead as they will push in with the Baron buff and try to take down the Nexus.
And that's going to be it. Gen.G going to take the 2-1 lead here. KT, like Gen.G in game one, unable to get the win on blue side. Looked like it started off well when Aiming got those couple of kills. Everything was looking peachy, but it's not enough. Peanut, as mentioned, still able to do a ton of damage. And I'm going to start to wonder, is it not time that we bring Pays off of Aphelios? Because very clearly, I think the way he plays aggressively, enabled by a Fresh here as well,
well, he's going to give it another shot in this series, and we will have a blind Jax. Keen will not go down in this series without at least playing one game of Jax.
But really doubling down on this composition, I think, for KT. A greedy choice in a best of 5 like this, and the Gragas pick now just feels so safe into the Jax. We've seen Doran play this many a time. You just body slam the Jax away so he can't counter-strike you. You sit in the lane. You scale up.
See if they can do it here as we hop onto the Rift for game number 4 of the lower bracket finals.
But this has all been done by Supreme, by the way, because Hirai has been ill for a really long time. And I think this is a really big kind of coming to success story for Supreme this season because he can put it at the helm as hook goes into level 1.
Ignite put in onto Lehens. He's going to have to flash, and he might just die in the 2v2 already in game number 4. As Aiming desperate to trade back, but that's already a kill before 2 minutes.
You don't have to play aggressive in this lane. Your bot lane gets a kill level 1.
볼게요. 바텀 잡았네.
They're just hooking into a level 1. Pays is just calling this out, man. He's hyped.
And it makes sense as well, right? Like, in a short trade, you have a great chance. I think even at level 1, you have the opportunity to out-trade the Xayah and the Rakan, but like their mid and late game picks have been amazing. As
Chovy on the roam. Doran low on mana, so maybe Keen underestimating him here, but with Alessandra, could lead to a lot more. He's got enough for the cask, and now he's under the turret. That's going to be a kill. Give it on over to Chovy. Fantastic timing on the roam up to the top side.
And it's almost a foregone conclusion, you feel, when you have your Vi on the top side here on Herald. Okay, ult goes through. Just going to be focused on what they could have done, I think, potentially in this team fight with their composition. And BDD walked away from Herald Gold, for example. And you start to wonder, is that all we need to know?
All right, here we go. First play from the TF. They get on in. They have the vision, and Peanut on the flash. One auto finally comes through. A little bit rough on that one, but Cuz will pick up the kill.
A bit of a weird one. Does end up dying, but now he's not going to have flash for the next team fight. We're still a ways away from that, but...
Oh, he's there again.
Oh, he's getting baited again. Chovy in position again to get a gank on the top lane, and this time the kill goes over to Doran. And they are just owning that side lane here. Genji getting very ahead.
A testament to how well this player individually has been playing. But for KT again, one misposition from Pace, from Chovy, from Doran.
A little play here. Doran just face checking in as the cast not going to hit anyone. He just flashes over the wall though and does get away for now. Here comes Cuz. And they're going to Destiny Gate underneath this one as they try to burst down the Gragas, and that they will. Here comes Chovy on the return, but he's up against 3, so he's just going to let that one go as Genji, meanwhile, will take down Soul Point Ocean Drink.
So it's still a proactive play. It's successful. Can they get Chovy, though?
Oh, Chovy's trying to stop the TP. He's not going to be successful. Has to flash himself. Everfrost might get him to safety. Still has his ultimate.
Oh, look. Reinforcements are coming.
Yeah, well,
this
really
is what KT was looking for.
They are really hard forcing this. Chovy is Lissandra.
Yeah.
Does have ult, so, I mean, with the rotation up, I think this is super greedy.
5 seconds.
Well, they definitely want to try to force the Frozen Tomb usage.
No,
I don't know about this. I don't know about this.
All right, well, they're going in, and now TP's coming in, and Cuz takes 3 turret shots, and he's immediately going to go down, and a shutdown is given to Chovy on Lissandra as if he needed any more gold.
And this has been
going to lap that up.
This has been...
Yeah, and Genji are playing it perfectly, basically, right? We give them a lot of credit. Like, Chovy has set up these 2 awesome plays. KT had the one moment, and then they kind of fumbled it, right? But all they got to do is sit back and essentially not allow the Jacks to get too far ahead. As here we go, this engage is questionable. Delight goes in, but maybe it's a bait all along. Chovy's got the angle as here comes Keen. Frozen Tomb on him, and he is just, oh, he goes to the stopwatch. Can he live? The answer is no. As
Chovy!
he is basically 100-0. Chovy gets into the back line. Down goes Lahens. As one by one, the dominoes fall on the KT roller coaster. Genji are looking to stomp them here in their own jungle. Naming is pushed out, and Cuz maybe okay. Couple of kills for him, but that's going to be it for the team. He gets 2 kills, but everybody else goes down. Aiming barely able to get away. Should be Ocean Soul to this side of Genji. They have full control of this game. Like, they are in such a good spot, but okay, trying to get on top of Hayes as can they 100-0 him? I think he's just gone as he does try to get some damage in onto Aiming, but that's going to be a kill. Now onto Aiming.
Hex flashes over the wall and sets up for it. But like you say, if you're not going to capitalize on that, what do you capitalize on?
Ooh, nice angle here. Lahen still no flash. He's going to be going down immediately as underneath the turret, the rest of the team just has to back away from Lysandre once again. He's having a grand old time pushing that Jax out of the side lane as immediately they get up to the back line. Aiming is down. And is that the pick that ends the series and sends Genji to the grand finals? I think it may just be as they are looking down the barrel of a second inhibitor going down.
And the more things change, the more they stay the same. Looking like it's T1 Genji on the menu again.
And there you go, Doran, he wants a little piece of the pie as well. As down they will go, tons of feathers pull through, and Genji will do it. They will take down the Nexus. They will take down KT in the 3-1. They stabilize their minds, and they get it done in the end. And they will be joining us in the LCK Grand Finals and in MSI as our second seed from Korea.
And like you say, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Has been around for a while, but making his first finals as well.
Yeah, the Royal Road dream still alive here for Paze if he can win that rematch against T1.
And this was the first step.